Africa's economic future and the challenge of uniting people and nations drew eminent politicians and scholars into a historic public debate in Nairobi for the Pan-African Media Conference 2010. With more than 1,500 delegates drawn from 18 countries in the world, the conference examined the role of the free press in Africa, debated the path to regional integration, and spoke out on the continent's quality of leadership as the curtain rose on the Nation Media Group's 50th anniversary celebrations. The conference was a great acknowledgement of Nation Media Group's emergence over the last 50 years as a leading media company in Africa. The event portrayed the group as having risen to prominence in the region, eliciting praise from many peer media practitioners in the region. This firmly aligned the group's intention to be the media of Africa for Africa.
So I'll stay true to you. That's my promise to you. You know my heart is. We can make it, me and you. I'm true to you.
The group and its various partners hosted several events to commemorate the 50th anniversary. The activities held in March and thereafter throughout the year involved the entire group stakeholders, including clients, suppliers, investors, friends, and well-wishers. At the Pan-African Media Conference Gala Dinner, NMG featured some of the continent's courageous and dedicated journalists over the years as part of its commemoration of its Golden Jubilee. The African Journalism Awards for Lifetime Achievement and Inspiration honored 5 journalists from Western, Eastern, Central, Northern, and Southern Africa with Life Achievement and Inspiration Awards. Another 5 journalists from each of the regions got special mentions for their journalism. The event was well attended with more than 800 guests drawn from the private sector, diplomatic corps, and captains of industry graced the occasion. The event was sponsored by Diamond Trust Bank. Those who received life achievement plaques included Trevor Kube, Mohamed Amin, Ray Ekpu, Alexis Sundihije, and Mohamed Hussein Haikal. At another event, NMG rewarded employees who had served the company for the longest period since its inception 50 years ago. The recipients received special plaques and cash awards handed over at a colorful breakfast attended by NMG founder His Highness the Aga Khan and members of the board. This event positioned NMG as a responsible employer and confirmed its commitment towards its staff. At the closing of the conference, 900 delegates were treated to a night of African cuisine and music to mark a truly landmark and befitting media event. It was a delightful evening with the conference participants getting a chance to mingle and enjoy the diversity from across the continent. In 1959, an old bakery along Victoria Street gave birth to a legend, a mighty arrow, or as some may describe, a powerful giant who would one day live to tell the story, the African story, to many who would stop to listen. Along that very Victoria Street, the mighty giant was named The Nation, officially hitting the streets in March 1960. Thanks to its founders, this unique giant is now celebrating its 50th anniversary bigger and better than before. Armed with the determination to be the media of Africa for Africa, the giant, as we now refer to as Nation Media Group, has lived long enough to observe becoming the voice of the voiceless, which in turn has provided a platform along which progressive and development-conscious minds can confidently sit up and take on the agenda of this great nation geographically depicted as Kenya. Capturing this great journey is the award-winning Headlines in History documentary produced by award-winning filmmaker Judy Kibinge. The documentary was launched in September at the Silverbird Cinema Westgate Mall and brings to life the richness of the Kenyan story, moments that shaped our country, perceptions of the Kenyan people, ideologies, change in leadership, and who we want to be as Kenyans. The documentary documents the growth of a Nation Media Group amidst various challenges faced over the years, illustrated by personal experiences of its staff and those behind the headlines that have continued to make this country. Indeed, Headlines in History is a collector's item for anyone with appreciation for journeys and what each step means to each and every one of us. Nation Media Group's Tanzanian subsidiary Mwananchi Communications Limited marked its 10th anniversary in Dar es Salaam on July 30th by commissioning a new multi-million shilling printing press. The chief guest at the function, East African Community Secretary General Juma Mwapachu, lauded Mwananchi for professionalism and integrity. According to the company, the $4 million investment in the new printing press led to a 29% increase in advertising revenue in the first half of the year due to the high quality of publications. As part of its 6th year anniversary since its birth into the print market in 2004, the Citizen celebrated its anniversary by giving back to its readers. Armed with the slogan, "It's the content that counts," the Citizen hit the Tanzanian streets amid skepticism as to whether it would command respect in the broadsheet-dominated English dailies market. Having grown since 2004, the newspaper currently brags of having over 17 correspondents around Africa, ensuring that the African voice is indeed heard. In July, a new-look Daily Nation with a new pullout titled DN2 was launched, receiving accolades and praise from excited readers, most of whom said was not only more attractive to the eye, but also easy to read. It was an exciting moment for the employees who joined vendors in the streets as they sold the first copies while receiving feedback from readers. The new paper is not only easy to read, but also offers variety and useful information to readers in both the magazines and the main sections. NTV News has taken the country by storm with its impeccable broadcasting that has given a brand new meaning to local and regional news reporting. With the new, exciting, one-of-a-kind series County Edition, the NTV team travels around Kenya highlighting issues in all the counties. The County Edition is highly informative and educational. This year marked an exciting time for the region as the people of South Sudan held a referendum to decide whether the region should remain a part of Sudan or become independent. When the historical event took place, NTV was there to bring us the news as it unfolded, as well as in Uganda during the much-anticipated presidential elections. In true form, NTV was there to bring you the news. The East African spread its wings into Rwanda, following the launch of the first edition in December 2010 in the Rwandan capital, with 800 copies sold. The East African Rwanda edition incorporates an additional 4 pages, which includes a front-page headline as well as other editorial content. Going by the advertisement on the Rwandan edition, Nation Media Group is now helping you connect the dots. Following the development and the spread of the Kenyan, Ugandan and Tanzanian editions, the Rwandan edition promises to present a clear and informed look at the region with a first-class touch to it. Set to focus on the region's development, the Kigali Bureau is at hand to bring forth stories that look at Rwanda's economy, business, politics and culture with an in-depth look on the Rwandese local scene. The CNN MultiChoice African Journalist Competition is a most prestigious and respected award for journalists across the African continent. Its objective is to reinforce the importance of the role of journalists in Africa's development and to reward, recognize and encourage journalistic talent across all media disciplines.
So it gives me great pleasure to present the 2010 Television News Awards to Rosalind Wangui and Charles Kariuki.
In 2010, 4 Nation Media Group journalists won various awards at the gala event held in Kampala, Uganda. These included Karo Inaina, Economics and Business Award, Halima Abdallah Kisule, Environment Award, Leon Senyange, Sports Award, and Rosalind Wangui, Television General News Bulletin Award.
Nation Media Group.
Just 3 days after scooping the coveted Publication of the Year award during the annual Public Relations Society of Kenya Awards, Nation Media Group was at it again, this time taking home the Company of the Year award during the Company of the Year Awards at the Nairobi National Park in December at a grand gala dinner held at the Nairobi National Park. The gala night saw Nation Media Group emerge as a giant in the Company of the Year category for 2010, CEO of the Year award, as well as a Leadership and Management Practices award. The Top 100 Mid-Sized Companies survey identifies and rewards the fastest growing mid-sized companies. This year's Top 100 theme was in conjunction with the implementation of the East African Community Common Market Protocol. The protocol promotes trade among the 120 million people in 5 East Africa countries, namely Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. In 2010, a total of 247 companies participated in the Kenya Top 100. Following a rigorous analysis of their revenue growth, profitability, liquidity, and audited track record of at least 3 years, the top companies were selected. Professional Marketing Services Limited emerged number 1 in the recently announced Top 100 SME competition in Kenya. Professional Marketing Services Limited CEO Joan Mwangi emerged number 1 in the recently announced Top 100 SME competition in Kenya. Mwangi also won the Leading Lady Entrepreneur Award at the competition. The Top 100 SMEs survey sponsored by the Nation Media Group and KPMG honors small and medium-sized enterprises that excel in being competitive and innovative. NMG celebrated its unique strength of community through creative thinking to make a difference for many needy communities in Kenya. Dubbed Community Action Week, teams of staff gave of their time and money towards the Community Week. Of note, NMG staff members raised a total of 1,045,780 shillings, which was matched shilling for shilling by NMG to give a total of 2,091,560, which benefited communities as far away as Tana River Basin, Kisumu Rural, Laikipia, and deep in Nairobi's Kibera and Mathare slums. The range of project initiatives and creativity displayed by various departments included providing funding to release women confined at Pumwani Maternity Hospital for non-payment of hospital fees, rehabilitation of slum schools, presentation of mosquito nets, cancer screening for women in the rural areas, provision of essential facilities for children's homes across the country, provision of comprehensive medical care for Kibagare slum residents in Loresho, restoration of the Nairobi National Park, blood drives in Nairobi, Kampala, Mombasa, and Kisumu, among many others. Nation Media Group cross-listed its shares on the Uganda Stock Exchange, followed 2 weeks later with a second list on Rwanda's bourse in a move to expand its regional footprint. NMG is now fully listed across the East African securities market with the recent listing at the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange. The approval for the cross-listing of the Nation Media Group shares across East Africa was passed by the company's shareholders during the annual general meeting on May 19, 2010. During the AGM, the shareholders passed a special resolution to offer the NMG shares to investors trading on the Uganda Securities Exchange (USE), the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange (DSE), and the Rwanda over-the-counter ROTC market. Effectively, this paved way for the cross-listing of 157,118,572 shares. The trading of NMG ordinary shares on the 3 exchanges commenced soon after the listing, with the ordinary shares of the company having a nominal or par value of 2 shillings 50 cents each and rank pari passu with the right to participate in all future dividends declared and paid on the ordinary share capital of the company. Nation Media Group has been listed on the Nairobi Stock Exchange since 1973, boasting of a tradition of profitability and growth.
The world keeps changing, every day brings something new, but I've got you, so I'll stay true. That's my promise to you. You know my heart is. We can make it. Me and you. I'm true to you. Oh, eh, oh, eh, oh, eh, eh, oh, eh, oh, 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 eh. I can see a brighter future. I will make it. Come what may. 'Cause I've got you, so I'll stay true to you. That's my promise to you. You know me and you, I'm true to you.
Nation Media Group has grown from a single newspaper, the Daily Nation, to East Africa's leading media house. As we celebrate 50 years of informing, educating, and entertaining the nation, we promise to stay true to you.